I don't know. Or maybe the exhaust from the blender creates heat as your hair. I don't know. Anyway, but it was an interesting OMG fact. So on that note, oh my goodness, grab your big ball, meet me. You can go ahead and sit on that. I'm going to take this iPad for a little ride. I'm going to back things up. Welcome, by the way, everyone. Oh yeah, there are my flowers, as always. All right. So sitting on top of that ball and just doing your best to sit upright, nice and tall. Look down and align your feet and your ankles and your knees with your hip bones, right? So hip bones are not the width of your hip, just where those hip bones are. Line everything. Clear. Oh yeah, yourselves, folks. Thank you. All right. As you pull your ribs down, you're going to grow tall through the top back side of your head. So this position with everything lined up, of course, is kind of home position. Keep that in mind. You know we're going to do this. Raise your right hand for me, please. Repeat after me out loud in your little house, even if I don't hear you. I promise. Your turn. I promise. I will not pull up the ball. I will not pull up the ball. Good. All right, we're good. Start giving me a little bit of a bounce. Good. And then you're going to start walking your feet wide because we're going to change this bounce and get a little bit of a cardio going here with a jumping jack, if you are comfortable doing that. And if you're comfortable doing that, only if you feel stable, you're going to see, could you actually, woo, lift up a little, woo, lift up a little. Don't need to have a lot of air, but just so that at a moment, you're not still sitting on the ball. But if you start tipping backwards, reformat and come back. If you're not feeling that's safe for you, then keep it a little lower. And again, hopefully you're feeling your heart rate come up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Take a break. Leave those legs wide, shoulders up out of your ears. Pull your abs in, grow tall through your spine, and start a bounce, but this is not an aggressive bounce because what you're going to do is bounce, lift, bounce, lift, bounce, lift, bounce, lift. Now, you're not lifting all the way up. You're just lifting so that your booty lifts a little bit. You feel your quads start to work a little bit. Now, if you don't like this wide angle, you can certainly bring your feet parallel back to that home position. That might be a little more challenging. All right, good. Nice. 4, 3. On the last one, we're going to stand all the way up. Ah, beautiful. All right. Grab your ball for me, please. Bring it out in front of you. Look at your camera and make sure you didn't lean back when you held on to that. So everything is still the same in your posture. I'm going to set this down for a second. You're still elongated through your head. Your ribs are pulled down and in. We're going to step out. We're going to have that same wide stance that we had a moment ago. Straighten the arms, squeeze the ball so arms are tight. Slide down an imaginary wall with your booty. Try not to stick it out behind you. Make sure your arms didn't roll forward. They're pulled back. Sit down and stand up. And sit down and stand up. If you want a little more challenge for the quads, when you come up, roll up on your toes. Or stay up on your toes the whole time and create a little balance challenge. Your choice. Good. Keep going. Arms nice and straight. Booty sliding down that imaginary wall. Nice. Pause for a moment. We're going to add on, but I'm going to give you a quick preview because it's going to get loud and you might not be able to hear me. In a minute, you're going to drop the ball when you bend down you're gonna lift it up. You're gonna drop it and lift it up. And then you're gonna get aggressive. You're gonna slam it, lift it, slam, lift, slam. Good, so start easy. Make sure you're bending your knees, you're not just throwing the ball. Sit down, stand up. Sit down, stand up, good. And now, get a little more aggressive. Slam it, lift it, slam it, lift it, down and up, down and up. Good, good. Good, nice. Keep going. Can you go faster and harder? Down, up, down, up, down, down. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Okay, hopefully that also warms you up. That gave us a reminder of when we're holding the ball, we don't lean back. And now we are going back to that original seated position. Feet, ankles, knees, and hip bones lined up. All right. Walk your feet forward so your legs are straight. Then you're going to bend your knees so that you end up leaning back. I'm at about not quite a 45-degree angle. Feet are directly underneath your knees, so make sure your feet aren't way out in front of you. You should already feel your quads and your abs working. Shoulders out of your ears. Palms are going to lift. Pull your ribs in. Deep breath in. Exhale. Pull your ribs a little closer to your hips. Come up about 1 inch. And then open back up. Exhale. Close the ribs. Inhale. Open. Exhale. Close. Inhale. Open. Tiny controlled movements. Closing the ribs and opening. And closing and opening. Good. 4. Last 2. Last 1. Walk yourself a little farther out so your booty comes off the ball. So I'm going to start turning sideways because otherwise I'm going to run into the camera. Sort of. Or at least it won't be very great. Anyway, so hips are off the ball now. Bring your fingertips to the edges of your skull. Chest is open. Allow your head to drop back, but it's still, your chin is still down towards your chest. Your ribs are flaring to the sky. And then all you're going to do is exhale, press the ribs into the ball, and come up just to parallel to the ceiling with your forehead. Inhale back, exhale, close the ribs. Inhale back, exhale, close the ribs. Keep that going for me. Adding on, when you lift your head, lift your booty, but don't forget about dropping your head back up and over the ball. That's kind of the important part here. Good. Last time, go ahead and roll up, seated position. All right, I know I've done this one before with pretty much all of you, but I'm going to give you a quick preview before we do the next one. On the next one, we're going to walk all the way out until our hips are way off and our head is on the ball. The first thing we're going to do is make sure these guys aren't sagging. The second thing we're going to do is walk our knees together, and that might be all that you need to do. If you can do all of that, then you're going to try lifting a foot at a time. If you can lift a foot, you're going to try lifting a leg. If you can lift a leg, you're going to try lifting a leg and drawing a circle and reversing it. So I'll talk you through it. Walk all the way out, please. Put your head on the ball, shoulders on the ball, hips off the ball. First thing I want you to do is squeeze those glutes and lift them up. So it's basically a bridge. From there, walk your knees and your ankles and your big toes to touch. That might make you feel wobbly. Can you squeeze those glutes and lift them a little higher? Arms out to the side if you need them for balance. Good. Now if you can do all of that and you want the next challenge, separate your feet about hip distance, try and lift a foot and then the other foot. Hold it for a moment. If you can do both that, if you can do that, Then try lifting a leg at a time. Very nice. Good. Can you lift both legs? I'm teasing. Can you lift a leg and draw a circle and reverse it? Come on, I think you can do it. Yeah, give me that circle. Come on, you guys got it. Good. All right, now are your hips drooping when you make that circle? Just be aware of that. Nice job, everyone. All right, mosey your way back up, seated position. Good work there. That should have worked both your stability muscles in your abdominals as well as your glutes and hamstrings. All right, one more, actually not, that's not true, a couple more. One more from your starting position. So we line up ankles and knees and hips, and then we walk our legs straight, and then we're gonna come back to that first position where we feel our abs and our quads engaged. Arms out into a T position. Take your left arm, twist it and rotate. Lift your right arm to the sky. Maybe you can actually reach for the floor with your left fingertips. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. And twist. And center. And center. If you can do all of that, put your hands on your shoulders and keep that same rotation going. Make sure that you're twisting as if your ribs are going in one direction and your hips are staying in the center. You might even try bringing your knees together so that you'll know if you twist to the side, your knees go to the side, then you're not really rotating at your waist. You want to keep those knees center, those hips center. Very nice. Come on up. All right, sit on top of your ball. This one is my little play time where you're gonna see, you could lift your feet off the ball along with your arms. So your abs have to work to find this, right? If you can do that, could you rock forward and back by tucking your hips under? Try not to touch the ground like I just did. There we go. If you can do that, can you do side to side? If you can do side to side, can you keep your feet off the ground and draw a circle with your hips in one direction and then the other? Any of these are levels, right? So if you just want to hold here, static hold, that's beautiful. You want to do the tuck. Oh, Carol, did you just go off the ball? Are you okay? You okay? All right. You broke your promise. We'll call it the dog's fault. Okay, who maybe broke your fall. All right, and then feet back down on the ground. Nice job, y'all. Okay, we're gonna head down to our mats. We're gonna bring the ball with us. We're gonna do a couple of more traditional Pilates type exercises, and then we will roll on from there. So coming down to that lying down position, the first thing you're going to do is walk your ankles and knees to touch and bring that ball straight above you. Deep breath in, and then on the exhale, pull your shoulder blades down, engage them with the floor, and put the ball on your kneecaps. Deep breath in. On the exhale, pull your ribs down towards the floor. Keep your head in line, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Roll that ball up to the tips of your knees, and then lift it, and then exhale, come down, inhale. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale, down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale, down. Keep that going for me. Exhale to lift, inhale to lift it higher, and exhale down. Exhale, torso lifts, inhale, ball lifts, exhale down. A few more. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down. Last time. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, and exhale down. All right, adding on, ball right above you, lift your legs tabletop. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, option, roll the ball up to your ankles. Exhale, roll halfway down, not all the way. Extend the ball over your head. Exhale, roll it up to your ankles if you can without moving your feet. Come halfway down, extend. So that's one option for double leg stretch. Other option would be just extend, open your legs, grab the ball between your ankles, and extend with the ball between your legs. Grab it, extend it. So you choose whether you want to do rolling up with that ball or just holding it and playing keep away from the belly button. So your choice here. Nice options, guys. Beautiful. We're going to pause. We're going to bring that ball back up onto our shins, and we're going to open those legs. Actually, you know what? Let's put the feet on the ground. Hold on to your ball. Press it down towards your groin, and squeeze your knees in. So indent that ball. Squeeze it as hard as you can. Feel your inner thighs working. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the squeeze. Again, hold. 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Squeeze again. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. And this time, squeeze and then pulse it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. As you pull those inner thighs in, you should also feel your abs working a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Relax that. Lift your feet up. Hold the ball between your knees. Abs are drawn in. Deep breath in. Exhale, flatten your belly button, and inhale, let your legs move away from you. At the bottom, hold the ball. Give it 3 quick squeezes. 3, 2, 1. Bring it right back up, just to tabletop. Legs move away from you. Hold at the bottom. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And back up. Inhaling. Exhale to prepare. Inhale, move that ball away. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, lift it up. Inhale, move it away. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, lift back up. A few more times like that. Good. Next time the ball comes up, move it down towards your ankles. Extend those legs into a straight. If that doesn't work for you, too much pressure on the low back, go back to bent knees. Otherwise, abs drawn in, flatten that belly button. Inhale, move your legs away, flex through the heels, give it 3 squeezes, 3, 2, 1, and back up again. Lower on the inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, reach, squeeze, 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 and lift it up. 2 more like that. Lower, squeeze, 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 and lift. Last time, lower, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Grab that ball. Soles of the feet together, passive inner thigh stretch. While we're doing that, just squeeze those shoulder blades up and down. Tap them to the carpet or the mat, and then lift them up and tap and lift. One more tap and lift. Last time, tap and lift and tap. All right, legs back up straight, back between your ankles, arms out into a T position. Legs are going to move left and right, but you're trying to keep your ribs towards the ceiling. If you want to add on, when you rotate to one side, the opposite foot rolls up. So when I rotate to my right, my left leg rolls on top. So sort of like a figure 8 here. And then if you want to actually make it a figure 8, then you'll start moving with that rotation. And as you come back through center, that's sort of the center of the figure 8. Good. All right, then you're going to slide that ball underneath your calves and take a little rest here. Let those hips rock side to side. And while we're here, we're going to work our booty again before we move on with some more ab work. So I want you to stretch the ball or with your legs out so that your legs are straight and heels are resting on the ball. Arms out to the side for now. They can come a little bit down towards you. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift up in a bridge pose. Pull those ribs in. Now, from there, you can make this more challenging by lifting your arms up. You can make it more challenging by bringing your feet together. Once you've done those, if you want one more challenge, I'm going to put my hands back down for it. You're going to take one leg up and down 3 times. Keep those hips lifted. And then once you've done that, let your hips rest down. So that's bridge 1. If you want to do bridge 2, roll the ball towards you till your knees are bent and your feet are on the ball at about 1 o'clock. Deep breath in, exhale, lift. For more challenge, bring your feet together. For more challenge, lift your fingers to the sky. If you want to do that single leg, again, you can choose. If you can do it with your arms up, that's fantastic. I'm going to stabilize with my arms, but 3 times each leg, lift and lower. Keep those hips elevated, nice and controlled. And when you've done 3 on each leg, take a moment for your bridge and then lower your hips. Okay, if you want to stay there, that's fine. If you want 3rd level of bridge, you're going to roll the ball even closer so it's almost touching my hamstrings and my heels are right on top, shoulders out of your ears. Deep breath in, exhale, lift those hips so they will be much higher. And then again, you can make it more challenging by either bringing the feet together or bringing the feet together and lifting those arms, craziness. Or you can bring your hands back down and try and lift and lower 1 leg at a time. And once you come down, slide that ball out away from you again, legs straight, back to that 1st level bridge. Deep breath in, exhale, pull your ribs down, reignite those abdominals. Hands down by your sides, palms up or palms down. Okay, we are going to take this into hamstring and glute work, so hang in there with me. Deep breath in, exhale, lift your hips, give them a squeeze. We're going to curl our hamstrings to roll the ball in and extend out. So reaching and coming in. Now, if you feel like you want a little more challenge, keep your right foot on the ball, lift the left leg up in the air. Don't let those hips drop. And here we go, roll in and extend, and roll in and extend. And then bring that left leg down, both legs, and then right leg up in the air. Here we go. Good, and then both legs down. We're going to take a breath, deep breath in, exhale, lift, curl it in, hips are in the air, lift a little higher. How much bend can you take out of your hip flexor area? Hands by your sides, get ready, get set. Tap your hips down, lift them all the way up and down and up and down and up and down and down and up. Halfway. Two more. Relax. Ow, ow, ow. Roll that ball under your left leg, please, and roll it off to the left. Hug your right knee in towards your right armpit. Put one hand around behind your knee so you can get a little space between your hamstring and your calf. Let it relax over to the right, and then pull it back through center as you pull the ball back through center. Hug that right knee in even closer. Pull your toes back towards your face, and reach for those toes. Keeping that knee bent. Then we're going to straighten out the leg, and if you need to, you're going to let go of the toes and hold on wherever you need to. Lie that down, flex through that heel, point the toe, flex through the heel, and then bend that knee one more time and bring it towards your left shoulder, but keep your right hip on the ground. That should give you a nice stretch around the outside of your hip and down through your IT band. And then we're going to put that right leg up on the ball next to the left for just a moment. Hopefully that right one feels better. Roll the ball over to the right with your right leg on it. Left leg in to your left side towards your shoulder. Let it relax, and then move everything back through center. Flex your toes back towards your face, reach for those toes, and then begin to flex that up towards the sky and just see what happens. Your two sides might be a little different. And then eventually come back down, flex through that heel, point the toes, flex through the heel, point and flex. Bend the knee and bring it slightly towards your right shoulder, keeping that left hip down as much as possible. And then legs relax, but only for a moment, because now we grab that ball and we're gonna put it back on our ankles now. Bring your knees towards each other, and we're gonna start a small rolling motion, right? So you're gonna try and keep that ball on your ankles the whole time, but you're also gonna try to roll up and balance for a moment, and balance. Good. Next time you come up, come all the way up, toes down, ball in center. Push your hips back so you can elongate your spine. Feel free to keep your knees bent or straighten them if that's okay with you. Push down on the ball so that you grow your spine tall, and then hinge forward. And then push down to get tall and hinge forward. And one more time, press down and hinge forward. Back of the neck is long. Reaching through that spine, try not to collapse. Shoulders back and down. Engage those lats to help keep your spine long. And then come on back. All right, beautiful. Knees are bent. Ball is out in front of you for a little bit of roll down work here. Deep breath in. Exhale, hinge back. On that hinge, pull your ribs in and see if you can lift the ball a little higher without collapsing in your spine. So stay tall. Exhale, pull the ribs in towards your hips. Roll back up. Inhale, think Atlas extension here. Hands in front of you as you exhale to go back. Pull those ribs in and see if you can lift the ball a little bit. Nice job, y'all. Bring it up and inhale to sit tall. And exhale to hinge, tuck, lift, lower, exhale up, inhale, lift. Hands in front, hinge it back, pull your ribs in, inhale, arms lift, and keep that going for me, please. Good, 2 more, just like that. Good work, keep those ribs pulled in, that abdominal connection. And then next time you come up, give me that nice spine stretch again. Flexing forward, hinging at your hips. But we're gonna go ahead and allow the head to drop this time just for a moment. Get a nice stretch along the back side of your body. And then roll your shoulders back, press down on the ball, grow tall, and sit up tall. We're gonna add on to that roll down. We're just gonna do a twist now. So everything together, big toes, ankles, and knees. Hinge back, pull your ribs in. You're gonna rotate side to side. Try and keep your arms out in front of you, and then look at your knees occasionally, and make sure your knees aren't flopping side to side. They are staying centered, which will help you know that your hips are staying centered and that you're moving from your waist. Good, just a few more. Take that roundness out of your upper back, a little bit of squeeze through those shoulder blades, and come back to center. Very nice. Okay, time to come over onto our knees, and there at the front of your mat, I'm gonna fold my mat. I have a sticky mat, so I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker for comfort. The ball is off of the mat, but my knees are on the mat. Okay, we're gonna come into a crouch, and what you wanna do is bring your elbows down almost to touch your knees, and you want the ball really close to you. So you're in a really, really crouched position. You're gonna begin to come out of that crouch, but what you wanna do is lift your toes up, roll so your on your thighs, extend your arms out, tuck your booty under, pull your ribs in, stretch it out. You're in a baby plank, and exhale, come back. You don't have to come all the way back, so we're just going out into a plank, hold, pull your abs in to pike back. So there's going to be a little bit of curl on your way back. Oh, pull those ribs in, right? So you want to initiate that pike movement from the abs. It's not just about sticking that booty up. So inhale to go forward, try and get those arms straight and pull back. Good. Can you go all the way straight when you come forward? Can you drop your head between your arms? Come on, a little farther. Yeah, nice. Good. Beautiful. Good job, Karina. Good work, everyone. All right, next time you come back, we get to do this incredible exercise called the flop. That's your flop. That should give you a nice roundness in your low back and allow you to get a good stretch there. While you're there, bring your feet wide. So if you have a mat or a towel, bring it wider than that mat or towel. Take your toes, tuck them under, and simply straighten your legs. That should bring the ball right underneath your abdominal cavity and your pelvis. Hands on the ball, toes are tucked. Be strong and press up. So right now, we're just getting a nice spine extension, but I'm using my arms to really help me get a stretch here. When you're ready to work a little harder, use those low back muscles, then come up onto your fingertips only. And then if you want to work harder, roll your shoulders out of your ears. So make sure they're not rolling forward. Hands down by your thighs and lift from there. And again, we're using those low back muscles, squeezing those glutes, hamstrings are stabilizing. And then we're gonna take a little break. I just have to move back a little so we'll have space, I'll have space. But then you're gonna come forward until your hips are the highest part of your body. So your inverted V. You might have your elbows on the ground, you might have your arms straight. You might be, as I am, with a slight bend in those elbows. Head is going to stay in line with the spine, so you're not drooping or lifting unless you need to see me. Bring your big toes to touch. Lift the legs up, open, close, and bring them down. So we lift, open, close, bring them down. Lift, open, close, and down. So keep that going. We are working the same area that we just did, right? Only we're doing it from the reverse position, reverse hyperextension. Next time your legs come up, stay there, straighten your arms for me. Now I want you to look down and make sure that you have at least 7 inches between the back of your hand and the front of your ball. Your hands are close together because we're going to bend the elbows backwards and allow our bodies to come into a Pilates push-up, which means that as my head goes down, my legs are equally going to come up. So I'm not going to leave my legs hanging and just do the upper body. I'm like a giant seesaw. Make sure your elbows are coming backwards. A regular push-up would be wide like that, but we're doing these that'll work your triceps a little more. Now, if you feel as if you need more, then you'll just walk your hands a little farther forward, and those elbows are still coming backwards as that torso goes down and the upper body or the lower body comes up. So you just find that spot that's working for you. Make sure it's that seesaw motion. All right, and then from there, hands are straight underneath you, lift your legs, and try to get your legs parallel with the ground. So 2 things that often happen are a little bend in the knees or a sag in the spine. So press that floor away, you're in a plank position. For more challenge, walk your hands forward, drag that ball underneath your thighs. Press the floor away, Pull your abs in, back of the neck is long. For more challenge, walk your hands farther forward. Drag that ball till it's underneath your shins. Pull the ball in, or pull your abs in. Stay on the ball though. For more challenge, I'm going to run out of space, but you would walk your hands forward and bring that ball underneath your ankles. So the farther out you go, the less surface area you have on that ball, the more challenging it will be. Hold that plank. Nice job. Press that floor away. Pull your abs in, shoulders out of your ears, kneecaps lifted, and then just bring one foot down and come off that. All right, nice job there. Take a break and do your flop. From that flop, then you're going to try a challenge similar to what we did at the beginning of class. Can you lift your legs and your arms off the ground, almost like a Superman? And you have to play with it and find that magic spot. So it's as if the ball is sort of a fulcrum. The longer your arms are, the longer your legs need to be. Maybe you try bending those arms. So just working with stability here. If the floor gets close to your face, put your hands down instead, please. Do not beat the floor with your face. All right, and then we are going to roll back into our flop one more time, relaxing over that ball. And then as you come up, you're going to turn so that the ball is at your right hip. And your knees are probably on the mat, but the ball is probably not. Then we're going to just lean into that ball with that right hip. Left leg is going to come in front, and right leg is going to come behind. So you're in a stagger. You're trying to stack your hips up. Good. We're going to use that right hand to help us get a little bit of oblique movement. When you're ready for more challenge, you're going to lift your left arm up. When you're ready for more challenge, can you take your right hand and just put it on your shoulder? So legs are straight and hips are up in the air. Top leg is in front. There we go. Good. Bottom leg is behind. If you want more challenge, straighten out the bottom arm also. If you wanted more, bring your arms more over your head, sort of a V motion. But the arms don't just swing, you come with them. Good, and relax for just a moment. Take your bottom arm straight out, take your top arm, point to the sky. We'll keep your head in line. We're gonna do our little John Travolta, lift, lift, lift. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand down, left arm reaches up and over so that ball comes underneath your right rib cage and it should stretch out the left side of your low back. Gently come up. We're going to shift that over so that the ball is now over towards your left. You're going to lean against that. Straighten out your legs, top leg in front, bottom leg behind. Good. Top arm lifts if you want, as you help yourself with that bottom arm. And then that bottom arm can just come onto your shoulder. Oh, bottom arm can come up, by the way. You knew that, and it can come into a V for more challenge. And then relax. Bottom arm out in front of you or out by you. Top arm up, point that finger and lift and lift. Saturday night fever. Only it's Thursday morning. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right arm up and over. Open up that side of your left rib cage. Get a nice stretch there. All right. We are coming back over to the first side again. So that ball is against your right hip, only this time when you come up, you're going to take your right hand on the ground. And then you are going to challenge yourself to stack your feet up and your hips. So pressing with that right hand into the ground, left arm on top if possible, lift that top leg, point it, and flex and lift. So up and down. Good. Now, if you wanted a little challenge, lift the leg up, try and bring it in front, and then reach it back. Bring it in front and reach it back. But notice, if you're moving, can you keep it perfectly stable as you bring the leg forward and reach it back, and bring it forward and reach it back? Also, can you keep this leg at hip height the entire time? So that should be working stability as well as that top hip. Couple more here. And then let's switch sides. So ball to your left this time. I think I need to center up a little bit better here. Good. So your left hand is down. Stack up those hips. Put your abs in. Top leg lifts. So we're just going to lift and lower, flex and point, or point and flex. Good. If you want to add that challenge, you bring that leg to hip height, you bring it in front and reach it back. You flex it forward and reach it back. Doing your best to not let the leg go woo, woo. Keep it at hip height, reaching. Good. Nice job, y'all. Couple more here. And relax. As you relax, you're just going to turn yourself over to sit on that ball again. All right, we will stretch out those legs in just 1 second. We're going to get a beautiful opening for the chest. And again, some levels here. Be careful as you do this. What you're going to do is roll forward. Bring yourself into a tight little squat, but don't sit on the floor. So my knees and my calves and my hamstrings are all scrunched up together. And I'm just going to open my arms and let my head rest on the ball. And that might be as much as you do, but it should give you an opening here. If you want a little more, start to lift the hips and bring yourself right on top of that ball. Arms are reaching to the side so you get a beautiful stretch across your pectoral muscles. If you wanted to go farther and you don't get vertigo easily, so I'm going to do this very briefly, you can tip up and over, let your head drop all the way back, but you only want to do that if that is safe for you. That's some cervical extension, and again, your head is going lower than your heart. So you find whichever of these stretches feels like it would work best for you. When you are ready to come out of it, I want you to nod your head yes, bring your chin towards your chest, start to roll that ball underneath you as you walk backwards and sit up on top of the ball. Beautiful. Nice work, everyone. All right. We're going to do, just because I know you want it, we're going to do one last exercise, even though we just had a little challenge or nice stretch there. Then I promise we'll stretch our lower body. So you're going to come back down, lying down position. We're not going to ruin all the good stuff that we just did, I promise. I hope. I promise, I hope that doesn't make sense. Ball right above you. Deep breath in. Knees are bent for now. Exhale, lift up, sit tall. Exhale, come all the way down. So this should feel just like what we did at the beginning of class, and you are welcome to stick with that. If you want to add a little challenge, you got to promise to keep your feet down. You're going to bring your arm over your head, deep breath in, exhale, come up, throw the ball ahead of you, little throw it behind you, and come down. When you are ready for full on, you're going to throw it way up ahead of you and way up behind you, ahead and behind, ahead and behind, ahead. So you have to really reach to go get that ball. It's also be a little bit of cardio, but you need to keep your feet on the ground, please and thank you. Good, 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 good. You can always do one of those previous levels. All right, last time when you lie down, hug that ball right above you, put it on your shins, rock side to side, bring it in front of you, and bring yourself up one more time on top of that ball, please. So keep in mind, if now you guys have these, so you can use them at home. If you need more stability, the wider your feet are, the more stable your base is. The closer together, the more challenge it will be. So for now, let's just be hip distance apart, because we're going to get a little stretch here by picking up that left leg, bringing the ankle across, and then you don't want to crouch into it. You want to bring your hands onto the ball, which will also help your stability, and sit tall. And that might be all you need. I already feel the stretch on the outside of my hip, but I'm also not squeezing it across. I'm letting it drop open. But you could also push the ball back and give a nice hinge and feel that even deeper on the outside of your hip. Flex through that heel to protect your knee. Sit up tall. Option, cross that knee all the way over. Give me a little gentle twist. Bring your left arm behind you. That will challenge your balance more. Come back through center as gracefully as possible, uncross. Recross the other way, press that knee open, sit tall, up out of your hips, so your hips aren't tucked together, they're lifted. Press that heel, and then again, if you want, push the ball back and hinge your torso forward. Nice. Option to cross the leg all the way over and give me a twist in the opposite direction. Right arm comes behind you. Again, there's a little extra balance challenge there. And then back through center, uncross, roll your shoulders up out of your ears, wide stance with those arms. Inhale, lift your chest, arch it up as if you're doing a cow stretch, seated cow stretch. Exhale, tuck the ball underneath you, roll your spine away, and inhale to open, lift, lift, lift. Exhale to flex and tuck. And one more time, we're going to inhale to open into that cow stretch. Hands to your heart, walk your feet in just a little bit. You're going to start a couple of beautiful bounces, not floppy bounces. Every time you're going to lift a little higher, a little higher. 4, we'll stand up on 3, 3, last 2, and last 1. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day. Thanks for being here for Stability Ball class. Thank you. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Please feel free to unmute.